And those are the type of people, unfortunately, some just want to back away from. But they can change. Right. There is hope, right?
Yeah, there's people that are, and I think it's a lot of people that are just, they're shy. They're afraid to go up to somebody, and it's almost like they feel, if I say something wrong, if I'm not standing right or I'm not doing this right, they'll never like me. They'll never speak to me again, and you have all this emotions inside you instead of just going up there and this is how I do it. I just walked up and talk to people, and I stick out my hand and say, "Hi, I'm Richard, and you are." Mm-hmm. Boom, and you've got the conversation started. Of course, I follow up quickly after they give me their name and say, "And what do you do?"
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly,
then you're into conversation mode, and I do it a little bit in a forward manner, because once they get through that, then everything else is downhill. They're just relaxed.
Right. And what Cheri was talking about, where, the person is collecting business cards and then just goes back and drops them into an email list, and not really knowing if those people that they just added to their email list are actually going to be true business connections.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times you're out there, you're getting information out to people that really cannot even use what you're trying to sell them. So unless you know that somebody is a good business connection, then you're definitely wasting your time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where that intentionality really comes in, and that's how I know you and Scott are. Would you want to give just, a tip? What would you say is your greatest tip for someone going into a networking event that does not have any applied lessons, but you just walk into, say, an event that you're pretty much on your own? Is there one tip that you could really offer them so that they are more intentional with their networking?
I would say to listen and just don't talk about yourself. Really learn about the other person and find out if they are going to be a good business connection, and also learn something personal about them so that you can find out if you have any common goals, common hobbies, things like that, because then that connects you on even a more personal level and starts building that relationship.
I like that. And once, just like we have a conversation on our radio show, I mean, we didn't script any of the stuff that we're talking about today, you know. We're just having a conversation. So is that what you just said? Basically, just go up and have a conversation with someone.
Right. And especially when you're developing, make sure that you have, when you're developing your, what we call either elevator pitch, or what we call it in our business is the catchy phrase, make sure that you're telling someone something unique about yourself, not just the same things. So why are they going to want to do business with you over the 10 other people in your industry at the networking event?
Awesome.
So make sure that you're being very unique when you're talking to people and giving them that unique selling point about yourself.
I like that,
Love
and I like that you preface that with let them talk at the same time. So you're asking open-ended questions at the same time. Cheri, look at the time.
I just saw the time. We're down to 1 minute. Oh my gosh! So I want to just give a shout out to Nancy Hoehn. You're phenomenal, and I thank you for bringing the Toastmasters District 84 as one of our annual sponsors, and coming onto our show and sharing your knowledge and your skills with our listening audience. Thank you.
Amazing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me on the show. It was a pleasure, and that's what happens when you get a Toastmaster on the show. You lose time.
Oh, I love that. That was good. You need to make a copy of the show and use that.
So everyone, go visit Toastmastersd84.org for more information. You can connect with Nancy there. You can connect with her on our So Social radio show page on Facebook. I have a link there as well. And always tune in to our So Social radio show every Wednesdays at 12 noon here on TalkNetworkRadio.com.
And make it a fantastic social week.